120 signatures.
50.
150, just been clarified. Because the numbers are coming quite fast and behind time, I think. Anyway, we the undersigned doctors, including members of the Malaysian Medical Association Perak branch and or the Perak Medical Practitioners Society, are very concerned and troubled over the prolonged illegal detention of our colleague Dr. Jeyakumar. We are deeply saddened, hurt and disillusioned by the action of the judiciary, which is supposed to be independent, which on 13 July 2011 delayed the hearing date of habeas corpus application for Dr. Jeyakumar and 5 others. Dr. Jeyakumar and 5 other Party Socialist Malaysia members were illegally detained under the emergency ordinance recently. They had been placed in a cruel and unjust situation. First of all, they were accused of waging war against the king, now of being a threat to national security and allegedly trying to revive communist ideology. They are subjected to interrogation and solitary confinement, denied proper visitation rights with their lawyers and close family members. This is unacceptable in a civil and democratic society. We say that the detention is illegal because till today there is no solid and substantiated basis for the continued detention of Dr. Jeyakumar Devraj, but what appears to be the deployment of Cold War tactics by resurrecting the communist and foreign bogeyman on political rivals in these days only serves to dissuade the public that the government is earnest in its efforts to bring about civil changes that would be in line with first world societies. Those who knew Dr. Jeyakumar personally will readily vouch for his integrity, his passion for the poor, and his principled, patient and peaceful approach. He is neither a communist nor a violent man who could be a serious threat to the country. For the record, Dr. Jeyakumar is a highly dedicated physician who has had excellent service record while working in the Ministry of Health throughout his life to help and protect the rights of the poor, the marginalized and the forgotten communities in the society. All those who know Dr. Jeyakumar speak highly of his work and commitment to the people. How can someone with such immaculate professional standing and exemplary nature be an enemy to the country? The Home Minister must make every effort to secure the immediate release of Dr. Jeyakumar and to do justice both to his ministerial duties as much as to Jeyakumar himself. We scarcely need reminding that Article 5(1) of our Federal Constitution says no person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty save in accordance with the law. Malaysia sits on the Human Rights Council. The Malaysian government must do justice to its position on this council by according and recognizing the human rights of Dr. Jeyakumar and his team who are under illegal detention. In view of his obligation, it will be totally unjustified to continue this illegal detention of Dr. Jeyakumar and his team without giving him a fair trial in the court. The government should do justice to its position on this council and convince Malaysians that there is no malice on their part. Denying Dr. Jeyakumar and his team the right to defend themselves is actually denying them justice. Therefore, we, medical practitioners of Perak, urge the government, especially the Home Minister, to release Dr. Jeyakumar and his team immediately. It is pertinent here to emphasize that we are strictly apolitical. We are acting purely as colleagues of Dr. Jeyakumar, who is also an active and very much respected member of the MMA. His family is much respected for the outstanding social work it has done all these. What we are actually asking here is release Dr. Jeyakumar immediately, give him justice. If you think that he has to go to trial, try him in the court, not in private. That's all we are asking. Thank you. I think the press is open to questions.
only one in Perak. I don't know about Malaysia. Okay, he's the only one in Perak, Malaysia, who's got the Community Service Award for MMA.
See, Jeyakumar is an honourable, decent gentleman. I mean, we are not as if we are apolitical truly in the sense, but we got across the board, we got a whole bunch of people from every political ideology, affiliation, and yet we all agree unanimously that it should be.
We all unanimously agree that it should be released, and we urge and demand that it's released immediately. And I also urge that doctors in other states also do the same.
All this care for the poor, again, marginalized. You see, even the extent of going and living in the estates.
The best thing about him is he used to fight for his patients. If a patient needs a particular drug, he will insist he wants a drug. So, he's a man of such dedication, caring attitude, and always is there for the patient. And his social work, I think he already spoken.
I would like to thank everyone who is supporting us by letters, prayers, urgent appeals. The 6 of us have not broken any laws or crime. In that we are, and our crime is that we are socialists, and we are attempting to put the issues affecting the poorer 60% of Malaysians on the national agenda. Especially, example, hospital privatization, minimum wages, decent wages. Our detention is totally unwarranted, and we are working within democratic framework.
I think the best thing is that the government wake up and let a person who has the honor and the dedication and who is the epitome of the medical profession out. Otherwise, we will be given the wrong impression that doctors should not be
dedicated, very rare doctors who has put the patients and the people first, then his own safety and his own family. And definitely he's really an example that all us doctors would like to follow.